Taking a different turn, you've got some great anecdotes in the story in the book, and one that really entertained me was one of your encounters with David Bowie, or on the subject of Colin Wilson while he was holding court,
Yes,
and
yes.
you not being able to kind of hold in fact checking him.
I'm an innocent. I'm complete naive innocent in these kinds of things. And yeah, this is a story. I tell it in an earlier book, this book called New York Rocker that came out about 20 years ago, which is a full-on account of my life in the blank generation. But I had to tell the story again. And yeah, this is when I was probably about 1980, maybe 81 at some point in New York. And friend was invited to a loft at Bowie had. And he said, "Do you want to come along?" And the reason he asked me is I kind of met Bowie a couple times. But in any case, I tagged along and we're at his place. And I won't go into the details of the sort of, let's say, uh, condiments that were going around to enthuse everyone, the hors d'oeuvres, as it were. And but Bowie was at different times he was kind of on an occult kind of kick or things he was into, and um, apparently he had been talking about that. And we had arrived just at when he had ended something talking about that, and there was a lull. And somehow my friend had picked up what they'd been talking about, and he had said, "Oh well, Gary knows about the occult because he reads Colin Wilson." And said Colin Wilson is a British writer who was best known for his first book, published in 1956, called The Outsider, when he was 24. And he was the only British homegrown existentialist. And it was a book about sort of extreme mental states and strange, eccentric figures that are driven to find some meaning and purpose in the world that the modern, secular, comfortable world can't offer, and so on and so on. And he had a long, long, long career. So this would have been 80, 81. Wilson was still writing. He died in 2013. So, any case, soon as the name Colin Wilson um, comes up, oh, he says, Colin Wilson, he heads a coven in Cornwall. I hadn't met him yet, but I thought, I don't think he heads a coven in Cornwall. I didn't say that quite.